today's episode of CARICOM One-on-One. In today's episode, we are doing things a little bit different. We are coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and I have with me as my special guest Miss Asake Lee, and she is from Guyana. We are actually here in Japan representing the Caribbean community as part of the Juntos CARICOM program. This is a program that allowed us to have a cultural exchange here in Japan for us to learn more about the Japanese diplomatic relations, the Japanese culture, Japanese cuisine, and just generally about the Japanese society. Asake, thank you so much for joining this program. I'm so happy to have you. Can you just tell me a little bit about what your experience was like being here in Japan representing your country?
First of all, thank you for having me. Well, it was so much. We were exposed to different things. I think we had a little bit of everything Japanese, ranging from the food, drinks, cultural experiences, all the like. And also, well, remember it was based by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so it included policies. So the CARICOM participants could go back to their states and also ask their governments to engage with the Japanese government to implement certain policies. They're big on disaster risk management. Aside from policies, as I mentioned, the cultural experiences, like for instance, we experienced a Japanese tea ceremony. That was very nice, the way they would make the tea. And
we also went to various different cultural sites, the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, etc. Now, as a representative from the group of us that came on this excursion, can you just give me a brief synopsis of who was here and why were we here?
Well, there were representatives from just about all the CARICOM countries. Well, there was a
excepting for Belize, who had a
could not make
difficulty
it,
and
yes.
could not make it. But yes, we did have representatives from all the CARICOM member states and the ACS, right? And of course, I am the CARICOM Secretariat representative. Now, Asake, what would you say you will bring back to your country from this experience? And yeah, go ahead.
To be quite honest, there's so much that I could take back to Guyana, but for me, I would focus on the recycling.
Right. Oh, you mean the waste management?
The waste management. Yes,
saw.
yes, because I think the Japanese society in general, and when you look at them, they're very clean.
Really, so
you can
clean,
see
like
that
you can't find one piece of paper anywhere.
Exactly. And I think us, not just in Guyana, in the Caribbean as a whole, we need a lot of work in that regards. And then in the long run, it helps with climate change. So it's not just about just looking pretty in
it's about the long term effects.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the main things for me.
All right. Okay. What was your favorite part of the experience?
I would say maybe when we saw those ninjas
Wow.
outside, and
we got to take some pictures with them. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you have any final words for us about the experience and why you think this might have been a good thing for the Caribbean region? I mean, how do you think CARICOM is benefiting from this?
Well, I think there's a lot to benefit because, to be quite honest, I wasn't even aware until I went on this program of the amount of things that Japan does for the CARICOM, and this highlighted that, and they're willing to do so much more. They approached individual member states and even collectively about things that they want to do.
Yeah, remember Japan is hosting the Olympics
Exactly.
in Tokyo next year.
Exactly.
And we have some member states that have already signed on to become partner host countries.
Well, Guyana was not one of those, but they would have approached me this morning about that. So I now have to go back and speak to my country about this, and so that they can engage and decide on what they would do.
Okay, and I'm sure that all of our CARICOM member states will be looking to do the very same. Thank you so much for talking to me, Asake. Saki from Asake. Right. Thank you also for joining us for today's program. If you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the CARICOM YouTube channel, and also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and hit that bell notification button so that you know when we have uploads. And you know, coming from Japan, this was really an incredible experience for us, and I'm happy that I was able to share it with you. Join us again next Tuesday for another episode of CARICOM One-on-One.